clinch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round. We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. They go play action here on first down. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant. And that'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10. Back to throw now on second and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. He'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They'll try and throw for it here. And this is going to be incomplete. Kenny Moore that time there on the coverage. So, Charles, why in the world do you take that risk there?
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense on the surface. I've been around enough of these coaches and enough of these meetings along the way. Sometimes they're so confident in a play call that they don't care about the situation. They think that that play, at that time, they're going to run it and pick up whatever they need. So maybe that's what influenced him there. I'm guessing because I have no other explanation.
Yeah, that's tough. Own side of the field, that chunky yardage to pick up. Head scratcher. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Green, 90. Green, 90.
On second down, here's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. It was Desmond Trufant right there, step for step in coverage. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. On 3rd and long. And the grab made by Doug Baldwin. No catches for him in the wild card win last week, but he's got a first quarter grab here.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola, and then, of course, to Stanford, and, boy, he's been good.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Dancing to his left. This will be caught inside the 10. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. Throw.
Snap coming at 1, and it's Mahomes. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
And they've stopped them on the first 2 downs. Obviously, this is an important play coming up here. I think it's more so for the guys on defense because if they stop them here, I think they've set the tone for the entire game, how difficult it's going to be to score on them.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It goes as a gain of 8 that moves the chains. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first complete.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protect.
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
Left. Z.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. His throw incomplete. That time trying to find Gerald Everett. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction, unfortunately haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he's got Lockett. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. Mahomes now on first down. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Von Miller. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Baldwin with it over the middle. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
It's complete to Lockett. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And again, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And this one is right through. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case,
he's got daylight. 20, 10, touchdown, Falcons. As his guys are in for 6. And the Falcons are an extra point away from moving out in front. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
And with a kick. Most of them want it end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that were happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they, when they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown, and this one they help force another incompletion.
And the Seahawks on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be third and forever. To throw, it's Mahomes. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Von Miller in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fielded at the 33. Might have needed just one more block as it stands, 37-yard return. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Touchdown, Falcons! Devontae Freeman, 30 yards. And the Falcons will add on to their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Seahawks. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Wide open receiver complete. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
Mahomes going to throw. He hits Baldwin right side. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now here's Mahomes. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them, they've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The Seahawks on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now it's the backup, Rivers. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46.
No, Jack, Patriot!
Ito Smith, his first carry. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Two minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. They'll set up to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Grant. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw. Rolling to his right. It's complete to Grant. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
He'll drop to throw. And he's got it. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. In for the score. And the Falcons will extend their lead. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
Mahomes now on 1st down. It's caught. Baldwin. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Clock running, and the Seahawks, they're running too, trying to speed up to the line of scrimmage.
Black 58 rail. Left.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. And out across midfield down to the 45. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. The first down screen pass, good for 5. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Mahomes to throw once more. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
He went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The Seahawks on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now it's Mahomes again. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On first down, Mahomes. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. And his kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a better effort in the second half.
Very short halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Here's Mahomes to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
Mahomes will try again on second down. There he goes inside the 30. Throw left side complete. It's Carson. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They're going to look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up a screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete here. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a 1st down. Mahomes now on 1st down. Staying on his feet. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Baldwin. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Flushed out right. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Gerald Everett is tied in, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should...
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Caught on the right side by Jones. And down he'll go at the 25. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Out out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Dante Fowler. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
Gone! Watch him now, Barney!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's caught. Jones. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. They needed 15. They got 16 and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Shaheen, the tight end, on the right side. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
319! Detroit!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
319! All right, now, lucky 56.
Back to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Looking to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th. He'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. Got some real estate inside the 30. A gain of 39 that time.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They'll run here with Freeman. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. DeVecchio to add the PAT. DeVecchio good on the extra point. And that will make this a 19-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
This complete to Lockett. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Deion Jones. In from his linebacker spot, he's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into blitz coming, and down he goes. Oh, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Gone!
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Out left to Shaheed. And down inside the 15 he goes. A gain of 19 in picking up the first.
Now that's a big pickup right there. And so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking on play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
2nd and 3rd levels, you could see them trying to recover. They bit. Worked out offensively. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
That was impressive to me, because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Charles, thinking back to what you said in the first quarter, that part of the magic elixir for a road victory for these underdogs was going to be winning the turnover battle. Well, they only have one right now. Look at the scoreboard.
Yeah, not exactly playing to the form that I subscribed, right? When we talk about winning that turnover battle, that evens things out, especially for a road team, especially for a team that's an underdog.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Now Giorgio Tavecchio for the field goal try. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. Now Giorgio Tavecchio for the field goal try. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Line of scrimmage again. The 25, 2nd and 10. Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Tech McKinley in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He finds his man, Baldwin. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. And a nice gain at 21 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Forced out to his left. And that's incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're...
And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And this is going to be incomplete. It was Desmond Trufant right there, step for step in coverage. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Left, 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 left. Hey, we got a seal. Z. Silver.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. He's got Lockett. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On first down, Mahomes buying time to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Takk McKinley in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl, even